so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the frame, in the two wheels in the open road. Got the tunnel wide open.
All right, welcome everyone here live on MaxSpeedTV. We are with the Loose Douglas Racing League here at Charlotte Motor Speedway with the Support Our Troops 200, our little Charlotte 600 for ourselves here in this league. Welcome everyone. I am Jeff Wood, your host here tonight with Mr. Michael D'Amico on cams and everything else that really matters. 200 laps here at Charlotte. Hopefully a decent race. Don't really know. There's a lot of drivers out there. A lot of things could happen. Could be a mixed match sometime. Quick shout out to those sponsors: the Brucey Racewear USA, Your Wear Your Way, MaxSpeedTV, Over the Top Designs, Agave Valley Painting, and ASN, along with RaceGear.com that I frequently forget. So thank you to those sponsors. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm sure we'll get a little bit more people rolling up, watching some league racing here tonight. I did have a problem with static in my mic earlier, so if you do hear it, please do inform me. I'm sure Mr. Miko will do the same. Qualifying going to be kicking off. I'm going to say we got around 30 plus drivers this evening. Most of them here logged into TeamSpeak. Mr. Kennedy, thank you for coming out here tonight. Good to see you once again, one of our usual moderators. Qualifying just kicking off. Stuff is happening on the track. Justin Michael quick to the top of the speed board. What a surprise there from that 87, right? Quick little info set out here. 12 incident limit cap here tonight. So first time we're coming to the 12 after a hectic Martinsville week. That was a little bit of the reason why we went to 12 down from 15. So maybe it's a self-cleaning, aware program that helps drivers race better. We'll see how that goes into the future. 82 degrees Fahrenheit track temperature, mostly cloudy at night. 80 degrees Fahrenheit on the air temp. So that's where we're going. The time of day is set obviously tonight, but at 2100 hours. Qualifying still maintained. Mr. Binko will be flipping through those guys after I did see Mr. Justin Michael not complete that second lap under his own power, but still with the fast time for sure. I think he was the only one to get. There was a couple other guys that got down into the 1/10 of the 29s. Still waiting to see where people are qualifying. Only 16, and that's not even half the field yet, with a little less than 2 minutes remaining in this solo qualifying session. 200 laps, like I said, the moniker for tonight. Support our troops 200 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. How about it? We're going to be back racing in real life racing about time, May 17th, next Sunday, which we will have off here on MaxSpeedTV for Loose Lug Nuts Racing. I'm sure there will be other content on MaxSpeedTV that you can check out along with watching some real life racing. Scott Patton just getting to the top of with a minute remaining, watching these drivers go around, trying to get some extra lap time down. 21 drivers have taken a lap. Gonna be some fast runners out here tonight. Obviously, Charlotte Motor Speedway, clean air, fresh tires, being out front, probably going to be the funnest time out here. We do have that aero package, and that does help keep the cars together for the most part until probably around lap 10, lap 15, if memory serves me from the last time we ran a league race at Charlotte, which went into triple overtime on a 115 lap event. All right. Looks like Scott Patton, the 921, will be our fast qualifier of the evening. Only guy to get down in the 29 flats, 29.099 will be his time. We'll wait for these guys to get the grid, and we'll have our grid rundown. I do like them out here on the front straightaway at Charlotte, so that's where we'll grid up at. We'll let that leader and a couple other guys a few more seconds before we get that rundown, like I was saying. So congrats to Scott Patton. Fast time 29.099. Outside pole will go to the 904 of Cameron Hearn, 29.144. So not too much behind, about 300s off of Scott Patton. Justin Michael will be third. Kevin Winter, good qualifying time, will be fourth. Jeff Burke will be fifth when he logs in. Werner Markheim, what a qualifying time he has there. I believe he top 3 2 weeks ago. Michael Jeans, what a race he had last night coming up through the field at Kentucky. Sean Kalis, usual cup runner here with that 900 number, starting 8th. Brandon Needham, 9th. Tyler Needham, 10th. Needham brothers, top 10 qualifiers. John Held, 11th. Bob Eldred, 12th. Troy Torgensen, 13th. Mark Jackson, 14th. Ray Richer, 15th in that 44 machine. James Nunn, 16th. Jason Lance, 17th. Trent Drum, 18th. Jeffrey Knight, not sure why he's in the 32. He usually has a 900 number. Maybe something happened on the iRace. Brandon Dorsett, 20th. Todd Kirkwood, 21st. Josh Downing, 22nd. He won at Phoenix to start out our cup on the summer side of things. Bob Wells, last of the qualifiers, put down a slow time, but 23rd. Kyle Chadwick will be 24th. Rob Haynes, 25th. 26th, Aaron Bennett. Greg Mull, 27th. David May, 28th. Robert Matisse, 29th. Josh Scott, 30th. Wally Tierheimer, 31st. 32nd, Shulcheski. Crandall, 33rd. Cleaver, 34th. And at the back of the field, 017 shotgun on that field, 35th, Gene Rogers. Let's get back to the front because we don't have the short track warm-up lap here. Mr. Murray's out in the chat. I see Miss Michelle out there now too. I'll try to interact with Chad as much as I can, but we'll focus on the early part of racing. Scott Pat going to lead us off here. First start is on the flagman. Waiting for the 200 lap start. There it is. Green flag, people. 200 laps of racing here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Coming at you, support our troops 200. 4-car pick way at the front. We're in a single file behind. Oh, Kevin Winter with a quick move to the bottom on Justin Michael. Justin Michael's pushing the bottom side. Scott Patton, some arrow push. 904 Cameron Hearn going to be left up top. Really, he had to scrub off some speed. Looking to come down. Markheim's there. Oh, Kevin Winter, a little bit of a wall tap. Stays in it, though. Scott Patton leads lap number 1. The rest of the field is going to be battling just the same as the front. We'll get to him in a moment. Kevin Winter up to second. Good early moves for that 17. 921 trying to take it away. Cameron Hearn working on 4th place there. Markheim to the bottom. Markheim's in front of the 904. I'm worried the 904 may have collected some of the wall too. A little bit of a push off from the 904 through the tri-oval. Dangerous tri-oval here, side by side, at least deceptively wise. I think drivers can agree on how to negotiate the side by side traffic on that front straightaway. Battle just behind them, 3 wide there. Looks around Michael Jeans for 7th place. Oh boy, one of the Needhams, I believe it might have been Tyler, but that's Michael Jeans and Bob Eldred battling it out. Excuse me, Sean Kalis there, not Bob Eldred. My fault on that. Haynes looking familiar from the top side. Oh, big move to the top side. Jeff Mark 4 wide. Needham to the bottom. He's going to have to yield off the bottom. Hopefully he didn't gain a position there. Looks to be good. Well, they were nice enough to let that 21 back in. However, I did see that the 21 had to be forced down there, so I don't think that's in a rule of penalty. However, I think he should maybe give back a spot or two if possible. Just sportsmanship-wise. We did have a pass for the lead. Let's go look at that leader. Kevin Winter and that Budweiser machine in front of the U.S. Marine Corps 921 of Scott Patton. So lead change while we were back there viewing some of the top 10 action. Good job, Kevin Winter. It's been a while since I've seen him up front early in a race. Usually he likes to climb up towards the top, the latter half. Good starting run, lap number 6. And as I say it, the caution flies, like it knows what I'm talking about. Let's see what happened. I'm thinking Wally Tierheimer, maybe. I did have a little bit of camera shake. Let's see what Mr. Michael D'Amico finds. Wally Tierheimer. No, it happened in front of Wally Tierheimer. It was already going on. Jeff Knight, I believe, is the call for Mr. D'Amico. Along with the 86 of Jason Lance. And this is what I'm talking about, depending on how far Mr. D'Amico goes back, how deceptive that tri-oval is in the front straightaway. Jeff Knight, up the track, that 3230 machine, the Logitech on the side. Boy, you got to keep that thing down. You got to try to hook left for your competitors. Maybe just a hard hit. Boy, oh boy, I think there was an orange machine. Mr. D'Amico, did you catch that number, that orange and white machine? I think he may have snapped the engine. Boy, oh boy, I could have. Yeah, it might have been yellow and white. There was a couple guys there that I was worried about with their engines. And just, like I said, a 12 incident cap tonight. Wally Tierheimer hitting a high ping rate. At least that's maybe why iRacing scooted over there on my end. So starting with the 32 and the 86 due to that caution. Of Trent Drum, poor old Hambo may have been involved. Jason Lance is torn up. We'll go back to the speedway here and see these guys early on. I don't think Kevin Winter got out first during that pit stop. There may have been some two-tire deals going on. I say snapped engine, Mr. Feston, because as the camera pans and you're following a driver, a lot of times it just sounds like sheet metal or the engine quickly cutting off and throwing oil out the back. Creative licensing on adjectives for sure. Kevin Winter will get back to the front. Let's get a top 10 rundown as the lights are out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Scott Patton is second, Justin Michael third, Jeff Merck fourth, James Dunn up to fifth. Big mover so far. Nope, excuse me, he went last second pit stop. So fifth will be Michael Jeans. Sean Kalis in the pits too. Brandon Needham. Boy, these guys are all pitting for the top 10. My camera's not working. Yeah, I just gotta adjust the camera here. Top 10 flashed up on your screen. Sorry, I can't get it to you verbally here. $18 active viewers. ICL, thank you all for tuning in here to MaxSpeedTV and watching the Sabruzzi Cup Series race with the Support Our Troops 200 Loose Lugness Racing League. About to get back under green after our first caution on lap number 6. See what Kevin Winter can do the front after gaining the lead early on in this race. Kevin Winter's race to start whenever he wants. Down the pace car is down. Waiting to the box almost. Kevin Winter fires back up. 86 will take it over the wall. That's Jason Lance disconnected. Justin Michael quick to second. Scott Patton falls into third. Battle for fourth. Going on Jeff Merck, Michael Jeans, 08.60 right there. Margheim and Needham just behind it, 9:23.21. Oh, 9:23 missed the middle of the corner there. Michael Jeans and Jeff Merck doing okay for now. Let's watch this 8:60 and for a fourth place, third place battle. 60 strong on that outside. Wiggles. That allows the 08. What a run by that 08 of Michael Jeans all the way up to the back bumper of Scott Patton, who is in third. At least Jeff Merck sitting back there in fifth spot. Bob Eldred and Vernon Margheim now battling, Tyler Needham. Brandon Needham. Boy, those Needham brothers, they look the same numerically. Bob Eldred and Tyler Needham there, 138 with the battle. Needham on the outside is going to get the position up. Here comes Margheim, 9:23 to the bottom. Double take, gets the window of opportunity. Brother Needham just behind this, so I think he's going to get the window open. No, Brother Needham says no. Tyler stays to the top side, Brandon to the bottom. Brothers battling out. Oh, a little bit of love there as the window does open up. Just behind those Needham is Troy Torgensen, I believe with a fifth place finish last night in his first race. Kevin Winter continues to hold on to this lead. I'm having trouble with some of these camera angles here at Charlotte. Having to rotate. Car down on the bottom, didn't catch the red car. Lap car going there. Might have been James Nunn or Jeff Knight. Kevin Winter still up front. Justin Michael still second. Easy as it goes. Let's look, see if we can't find a battle in the field. Let's go back to 18th position and take a look at a guy who had some damage early on. Outside pole qualifier, the 904 of Cameron Hearn. Tons of damage on that Abruzzi machine. 904 has a long way to go. That's the 975 of Kirkwood blinking a little bit. Cameron Hearn still having to make up a lot of spots. It looks like some restart damage and some wall damage there for the 904. Another pass there for Cameron Hearn. All right, let's see if we can't find some more action out here. Coming down the board. Let's look at maybe Josh Downing in 27th place. Looking for the 6th at the moment in that 958. Battling it back in the lower teams is the previous Phoenix winner. Looking for spot now on Bob Wells, the 42 machine. Bob Wells gives it up easy enough. Just running their race at the moment. .980 John Held moves in behind Josh Downing there. Bob Wells and Brandon Dorsett suffer backwards as Bob Wells continues to fall back. That'll move Josh Downing up to 25th spot, so 2 position, 2 laps for him. Another battle going on. 199 of Rob Haynes, position number 18, up to 17th, I do believe, right now. Rob Haynes just getting past John Shulcheski in the 81 machine. Chesky missing the corner there. Rob Haynes, no qualifying time, starting 25th. Up to that 17th mark, still working a tough race, and looks like he has a little bit of damage on that machine too. Oh, missed 81 in the wall. He's slow on the straightaway. Hopefully this doesn't cause a lot of things. Looking over at chat for a second. Yep, got slammed in the wall a little bit on the high side, and Todd Kirkwood definitely missed his corner there. Came all the way up to Shulcheski. So I look back on my own little replay there. Well, that's going to hurt that 81 machine. He may need to take her down pit road just to get the damage repaired and to save his night. Kevin Winter still leading this. Let's try to find more battles before we go to the front. Let's look around the three of Mark Jackson. Position number 12 I see at the moment. There's a ton of drivers around him. Looks like Robert Panic Matisse up to 11. Troy Torgensen, Ray Richards there. Ray a little bit high in the corner. Cameron Hearn just behind this too. Along with, I believe that is the 908. Could be wrong, 909. Ray Richard now up under the three machine of Mark Jackson. Ooh, Ray pushed the middle of the corner. Tough little spot there I've seen for some drivers this evening. Ray gets out of it, loses the speed. Cameron Hearn takes the position. Ray just trying to finish this race. Good move there from him. .987 Torgensen up there. Ray side by side. That might be Greg Mall, or who I said earlier was James Nunn. Not sure on the number. 951 it is James Nunn. These camera angles change so quick here at Charlotte when you don't got a fixed point. Cameron Hearn still battling it out. Look at James Nunn moving through the field. Couple laps down. Mark Jackson trying to hold position. Troy Torgensen just took off with Robert Panic Matisse up there. James Dunn now filling the spot. Mark Jackson may have to get to a lap car. Maybe some tire difference. Not sure how quickly the 951 got out of pit road after the last caution. Mark Jackson still on that high side. Leader is still Kevin Winter, Justin Michael, Scott Patton. Oh, Mark Jackson with the dive. Oh, Ray, a little bit of a tap there. I don't think there was any actual contact, maybe iRacing side of things. Rob Haynes now trying to get the bottom side of the 44 of Ray Richards. There goes Rob Haynes. Ray Richards got to find better middle quarter speed. That's where I see that 44 struggling at the moment. All right, let's go back to those leaders. We haven't seen them in a while. They are nose to tail. Justin Michael to the lead. How about that? They're all stacked up here. We got some top 5 action going on. Let's go view this and see what the 87, 78, 921, 08 of Michael Jeans. And looks like Jeff Clark right there. Thank you, Mr. Kennedy. I'm still trying to avoid it. Maybe a thunderstorm's blocking some satellite or whatnot for my internet connection. I'm not sure. If it persists any longer, I'll try to reset TeamSpeak. Justin Michaels still going at it in the lead. Kevin Winter under fire. Here goes Scott Patton to the bottom. Scott Patton shows the nose. Kevin Winter with the late block in the center of the corner. Oh, Jeff Merck was all over the back end of Michael Jeans. Michael Jeans now making the look on the 921. Nope, steady as she goes. Not trying to force anything at the moment. 08. Yeah, I just, a lot of the guys told me when I logged into TeamSpeak this evening I was having mic issues. If it persists, I don't know, maybe go buy another $200 mic. Yes, I do forget it's Mother's Day. Sorry out there. I did tell my mom Happy Mother's Day. I hope everyone else told their mom Happy Mother's Day too. Unfortunately, my kid's mother had to work today, so we didn't really do anything. She's on duty, as goes, military life. That's why I kind of forget. Sorry about that. It is Mother's Day, and I do wish all the mothers out there a pleasant day. top 5 battle settled down. It got real heated there for the moment. Maybe work for the rest of the top 10. Bob Eldridge singled out. Let's go back to the 20 car of Tyler Needham. Brothers battling it out for 9th and 10th place. Ooh, the 21 almost in the wall. Brandon Needham, but they easily get around one another. Just swapping positions here. Cameron Hearn, let's look at 11th place. I know we've looked at him a lot already, but that 904 is marching through the field. He was second qualifier here tonight, so despite some damage and early setback, Cameron Hearn looks to establish as a top 10 driver. James Nunn could do the same thing if he didn't have damage from that previous incident. James Nunn with the quick move to the bottom. Lap car's got to be iffy on those moves. 951 still remains 3 laps down. Wally Tierheimer 1 lap down out there. Speaking of Mother's Day out here, let's look at the 14 machine in 13th place at the moment. Robert Matisse. Got a fancy little car there. Happy Mother's Day on that rear spoiler. Mr. D'Amico will get down there and give us some camera angles painted specifically up for this race. It was 100 degrees, Miss Michelle, here in Mississippi. That strong of a storm, we'd have tornadoes on the ground. So hopefully y'all don't get any too severe weather. Forky machine looking nice there. All those painters that took the extra little bit of time to paint up. How about Troy Turgensen? Let's go up just one more spot to 12th position, 987 there. Team USA standard on it. Olympic rings on the front of the hood. Unfortunately, we're not going to have some of those Summer Olympics. Maybe next year. Maybe we'll have a shortened year for intervals between summer and winter. Could be fun television. I think it was supposed to be in Japan. That's a populous nation to have the Olympics at right now. Pitting probably going on. I did see someone in the pits. I think it's Kyle Chadwick. I am correct. Short pitting is the 88. Out of sequence here, I'm sure. Looking around that machine real quick. Ooh, heavy rear end damage for the 88 of Kyle Chadwick. I'll chalk that up to maybe some restart damage. He's going to be a lap or two down getting out of the pits, the 88 machine. Let's go back out front. 4/10 lead here for Justin Michael. Steady as she goes. Already won himself an Indy 500 split race this weekend. Congrats on him for that. He's looking to take home a special race win here tonight. Really stepped up his game of late in the 87. Reeling off some wins after a slow start to the Summer Series. Man, I thought that was going to dominate the early part of this race. Still maintains second. Kevin Winter, that 78 machine. Scott Patton's not really pushing the number with Michael Jeans at the moment. And I say that, Scott Patton shows the nose. Has the quarter panel. Don't know if he's going to get fully there. Scott Patton working that USMC up under the 78. 78 is strong on the outside. Tricky tri-oval. Good clean pass hopefully coming here. Kevin Winter does a little bit of a pinch there, keeping the 921 tucked to the bottom. Hoping to get the good runoff on the top side is the 78. 08 of Michael Jeans filling the hole. Kevin Winter might lose 2 spots here, but he's not making it easy for these guys to pass, which is the way you're supposed to do it. 921, who skipped the middle of that corner himself, pushed the 78 just barely out of the gas. 08 of Michael Jeans now under him. Little bit of door contact almost through the tri-oval. Kevin Winter smacked the outside wall into corner entry. He's going to be slow on the top side. Poor Kevin Winter loses 2 spots and a lot of momentum right there, but he'll settle down in 4th spot. He'll come back on strong for sure. Again, like I said, thank you everyone for coming out and tuning in here this evening, talking and chatting. If you got the moment, please reach up and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you need to. There's tons of content here on MaxSpeedTV, but we sure do like y'all tuning in to this Loose Lug Nuts Racing League. Let's move back to 6th position. Possible battle brewing right now. 9:23 of Vernon Margon, 9:45 of Aaron Bennett, who finished 3rd last night at Kentucky in that K&N All-Star Summer Series, which will be back next Saturday here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Margheim holding up there in position number 6, just outside that top 5, looking to close in on the 60 of Jeff Merck. Aaron Bennett trying to show the nose, but Margheim closes the door in the center of the corner. One of those cars that can make the center work. Good on the 923. Strong machines from both those 9 numbers. Aaron Bennett running almost a full season last winter, probably up for that full-time number. Yep, thought the battle was brewing, but it seems to be shut down right now. Let's look back and back a little bit more. How about Bob Eldred? Cameron Hearn is waving his way through the field. Here comes Cameron Hearn under Bob Eldred. This is position number 8. Cameron Hearn has had a bruising machine going forward like no other out here. Bob Eldred sticks high to the top through the tri-oval at the line 904. Cameron Hearn to 8th place, makes the full pass going into turn number 1. Bob Eldred up to the bumper just to show that he's still there. Trying to pick up some of these battles going on. Kyle Chadwick has new tires and he's passing a ton of people, but he is a lap down. Looking for some lead lap battles back here. Guy I haven't talked about all evening, the 73, Jeremy Crandall, 17th position. Got himself a new paint job out there. Good looking paints there. Speaking of paint, over the top designs, obviously on the hood. This may be a Kevin Winter or John Hedrick paint, or one of, I don't know if there's any more painters than that, but go check them out over the top. Find them on Facebook, Over the Top Designs. I just can't get over how nice that looks on that 73 machine. Good job, Jeremy Crandall, for getting that paint, and the painter who did it. Let's see, position number 20. Well, let's go back there and see what's hanging back on the 20 end. Looks like John Held at the 980 rolling around, looking for position number 19 on the field. Lap 47 around the speedway for these lead lap guys, looking to go to 48. John Held with the pass there, position number 19, going to look to pass Ray Richer, who is about 3 seconds ahead of him, so long trek ahead. Imagine we'll have pit stops coming up. I could be wrong because I forgot to mention that we are under 100% fuel tonight, not 70% fuel that we normally run. I believe the admin in charge of setting up this room moved it to 100% due to the race length. Still searching for these battles. I know Justin Michael just passed the lap car of John Shulcheski. Maybe just go back out in the front here and see what Justin Michael's got going on as he's 8/10 ahead of Scott Patton in second place. He's going to be tracking down another lap car here any moment. Two lap cars up here for Justin Michael. Justin Michael showing the nose, almost skipped the corner. He's going to have to go the inside right here. That's the 75 of Wally Tierheimer. That car is beat the heck up. Oh, caution out, caution out. Just made it over a quarter way through this race. Caution number 2 shows. Let's see what happened. Oh, 975 of Todd Kirkwood. I don't get that. Looks to be a solo caution here. Looks like he was trying to go down to the pits. Boy, just slid the wall. Almost came up the track. Oh, geez, I'm watching to see. He got out of the way. Thank goodness we were singled out a ton here. And caution out for the 975. Yep. Well, I can't say that screen name right. Diet Tech or something like that. But someone's out there for rooting for Cameron Hearn. He's doing really well. We'll watch something from the front, see what those top guys do. I'm sure they'll come down for tires. Justin Michael will have box number 3. Scott Patton, box number 1. Probably the most pivotal box other than the center portion of the track. And box number 43. Looking to see who blows their boxes. Doesn't look like Jeff Merck into his box good, but he fell back to 9th. Some guys are going to take a little bit extra time here to smooth over some damage. Like I said, just over a quarter way through this race. We'll be getting a driver interview up, and oh boy, I didn't see who got out first. It may have been Scott Patton. Yep, Scott Patton out there. Michael Jeans got out real late. No, well, excuse me, he got out third, so he didn't lose anything. Margheim got out 4th. Cameron Hearn 5th, so not really a change upside for the top 2. Scott Patton getting that lead, but we're going to actually move up Michael Jeans and that 08 machine and see what he has to say, looking outside that top battle. Michael Jeans up here in the broadcast booth with us. Made your way up to 3rd there, buddy. Got 2 fast guys in front of you. What you going to do about that? How was your race so far?
Well, I was just cruising behind Scott. I could have passed him, but we were pulling away, so long race, decided to ride. What I'm going to do to get around, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, that's a good way to look at it. You don't know until it happens, right? You got to see it. How about this? How about the easiest way to get around someone? Do they got to mess up or maybe hit that blue line going around the bottom?
Yeah, of course, the easiest way is if they mess up a little bit, but, you know, these restarts are going to be crazy, and you saw, like, with, what's his name that was up here earlier, he took off and run at the beginning of that run, took off and run really hard, but he burned his tires off, and me and Justin and Scott are all just kind of sitting here cruising, but, so you don't want to go too hard at the beginning, but you want to save. And then we made our pit stops and we was talking to Scott, and my tire wear's quite a bit worse than Scott's was, so me thinking I was faster than him and could have passed him was actually, I was just pushing harder, so, you know, we still got, 150 laps to go, so
yeah,
we'll see.
that's good inside information that you're providing. We thank you for that because, you know, sometimes we don't get to see some of those graphics, but, you know, tire wear may be a big portion. How much you push, how much you want to lose at different portions of the race. Well, thank you for that, Mr. Jeans. We'll let you get back down to those teammates.
Thank you, sir.
All right. See what happens here. I believe we're going to start to double up. Kyle Chadwick, Kevin Winter, and I believe James Nunn, guys that go around the pace car there. Got his lap back, I do believe, was Wally Tierheimer. No, he's still 2 laps down, unfortunately. So quick top 10 as we go through it. Pat, Michael Jeans, Margon Ernst, Bennett, Eldred, beat him, Ball, that's Greg Mall, and Troy Torgerson. Well, he's going to make me say his name every time in that top 10. All right. Scott Pat going to be able to lead us off. Here is after pace car drops any time between green flag. The leader can fire. Leader is designated inside on that front row. Hope y'all are enjoying this race. 2 cautions in the first 50 laps. Not too bad, not too shabby. Let's see what we can do with the last 3 quarters of the race here. Pace car down, waiting for Scott Patton to go. There he goes. He gets a great start, that 921 machine. 87. May have to fight a little bit for second. Nope, gets straight down to the bottom. Michael Jean's going to be holed up in third. Battle for fourth going on. Markheim to the top side. He's going to have a little bit of trouble there. That's Cameron Hearn. He gets fourth. Markheim says, I just fit in here. Bob Eldred right behind the 923. Aaron Bennett back there also with Greg Mall. Strong presence of Bandit Motorsports inside this top 10 early on. Possible move outside. Cameron Hearn for third place. Looking to find a second groove, that 904 machine. What a drive on the outside. Hopefully he ain't burning it up like Mr. Jean said. I'm trying to watch the live event over on YouTube, but I guess I'll just bring up straight chat with the video. Maybe that's where the static is coming from. Could just be a bad connection here this evening for me. Cameron Hearn up to second place. Quickly here in the start of this. Markheim looking to pass fourth place here. Let's go back to this spot. He almost made the pass. Now Bob Eldridge looking up under the 923. Markheim shuts the door on corner entry. No big deal there. Bob Eldridge still thinks he's fast. Showing the nose towards the bottom a little bit. Through the tri-oval 38.923 go. 60 of Jeff Merck is there also. Excuse me, that's Aaron Bennett. If we come to the next caution, we'll probably go take a commercial break, and I'll reset my team speak here, and hopefully it will fix out. Single file out, and here we go with that caution. I guess ask and you shall receive, right? Hopefully not. Oh boy, Todd Kirkwood and John Shulcheski involved in this one. 2 guys that were, already in it before when Shulcheski got pushed to the wall. Shulcheski goes up, door bangs him. 970 heads to the wall. So that one will be on John Chilcheski. Well, Mr. D'Amico is going to finish out this replay. See what happened there. I'm going to snap off TeamSpeak real quick and try to reset the mic. Be back live here after this commercial break.
The Rifle Caddy is a unique product. I mounted it in my truck. We've been through some rough terrain. There's a lot of tough roads that we go through here to get to some of the spots that we want to walk into. I can definitely say that the Rifle Caddy stands up to its name.
I need something faster.
LeafCars.com offers Leaf Direct online buying. With no hassle pricing on used cars, I just pick my car and click to buy. They'll even deliver it to me. And if I change my mind in 3 days, I can just bring it back. Leaf Direct online buying from LeafCars.com. It's one more reason why it's easier here.
All right, back here live on MaxSpeedTV, Loose Loadments Racing League at Charlotte Speedway for the Support Our Troops 200. Our little mini Charlotte 600 here. Pitting going on after third caution. Hopefully these guys don't start repeating that process over and over again. That'll be the only time I try to fix the mic. I'm not watching it live. I got it paused. Just trying to make sure chat stays refreshed on my end so I can interact with y'all. Jeff Merck up to the lead. I imagine that is a two-tire stop for the 60 of Jeff Merck. I'm actually going to bring up Jeff Merck and see what he's got going on for a quick interview with the 60 machine. We were on a commercial break there, so what'd you do to get to the front?
I didn't take any tires. Yeah, baby.
So old gas and go for the 60 machine, huh?
No, I didn't even pit. I was really easy on my tires on that run because I burned them up that first run. So I was like, well, I'm going to go real easy. So I'm probably still 98, 99% on the right front, so I should be okay.
Well, let's hope for it. I was a little bit confused. So that's what happened, folks. Jeff Merck up the front. Well, before we get doubled up here, what can you do to stay up at the front? Because those guys have been battling up here. This is your first time in fresh air. Is that going to help you?
Yeah, that's good. That's kind of the reason I wanted to do it. I want to see what the downforce is like with clean air. Normally in these A cars or Cup cars, you get a lot more front downforce when you're out in clean air. So we're going to try that, see what happens.
All right, Mr. Merck, we'll let you get back at it solo down there tonight in your team.
All right, thanks, guys.
Like I said, doubling up here, we have a 12 incident limit cap, 975 of Todd Kirkwood, Wally Tierheimer, Shulcheski, and Kyle Chadwick are up towards the top end of that. Todd Kirkwood may have been DQ'd already, unfortunately, with that wreck. Yeah, Ms. Tierheimer out there in chat. I hope the mic does sound better, Mr. Kennedy. And happy Mother's Day to you. Hopefully Wally can get back on the lead lap. He is still currently 2 laps down in 31st place. I'm sure he's going to probably hope for a top 10 tonight. He will be battling with James Nunn, the 951. Both those guys 2 laps down, as long as we're early into a run here. So those guys battling for first car lap down. I think Mr. Kirkwood out there saw it a little bit differently than what we did. Sorry about that, 975 Tart Kirkwood, but glad to have you in chat nonetheless. Yeah, third yellow here. Hopefully no 4 for a while, or at all. We'll see what happens. It is racing nonetheless. Back to we're about to go. Jeff Burke on the loud pedal real quick. Cameron Hearn gonna hunt the front for second place. Cameron Hearn's gonna have that spot. Scott Patton and Justin Michael Fowler out behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6. No battle going on. Let's look at Bob Eldridge because he's under fire here. I say that, Jeff Merck. Oh, quick back to the caution. Let's see what happens. Cautions do breed cautions. Believe it might have been Kyle Chadwick. We'll have to rewind here because that's where it goes really quickly for me. Unless Mr. Miko saw something else. I'm not even seeing Mr. Chadwick on track. What do you see, Mr. D'Amico? Let's take a look at that 73 machine. See what happened with him. I rewound pretty far here to figure out what was going on. Yeah, he breaks loose out of that turn number 2. Doesn't look like it took much either. He was pretty loose on exit of that corner, but boy, he smoked those tires too. So looks like a self-spin from the 73. And there was a pass for the lead. I do believe Cameron Hearn was out front of Jeff Merck when that caution flew, caution number 4. 5. Mr. D'Amico's up counting us here in my ear. Hopefully it's not 5. Oh, live. He said live. I heard 5. Yeah, communication in the ear is a little bit difficult sometimes. Let's see. Quick top 10 rundown. Since we were back under caution pretty quick, Cameron Hearn now has the lead. Jeff Merck second. Scott Patton third. Justin Michael back to 4th. Michael Jeans 5th. Vernon Markheim 6th. Bob Eldridge 7th. Brandon Needham 8th. Aaron Bennett 9th. And Robert Matisse 10th there. Let's see. We didn't get to talk to old Vernon last night. Crashed out of that race. So if he's here in TeamSpeak, I would love to get a word with him. That 923 machine. There he is, bringing up the 923 of Vernon Markheim, sitting 6th on these runs, just trying to break the top 5. How you doing tonight, Mr. Markheim?
The Haley Manufacturing is doing well tonight. This Chevrolet is fast. Just riding around, staying in behind Jeans here, just following his back bumper. See if I can pass him later on in the race. I'm not in a big hurry. We got about another, a little under 150 laps left to go. I think we got a good chance tonight, guys.
Yeah, I mean, looked to be doing well in Cup. I believe it was 2 weeks ago we got to talk to you on that podium. So looking to replicate matters here off the short track speedways. Do you think the 923 has a shot to get to the podium or maybe to the lead?
Steady is the key. It's a long race. I'm good at these long races. As long as we stay out of trouble, I think we got a good chance. The leader, man, he's fast. Patton, too, he's fast. So I need some luck on my side. See what happens. Hopefully we end up front, guys.
How's your pit stops? I know we had some green flag pit stops maybe in there, or almost upcoming. How are you feeling with that, especially with the 100% fuel load? Normally we work with 70.
Yeah, good question. So my team that I'm in Can-Am, we're going a little bit longer than everybody else, saving fuel when we can. The reason is because when these guys are going in the pits, this is a tough pit road. You're going to kick it sideways, and that's why we saw that caution. We knew it was going to happen. We predicted it, and it paid off.
All right, well, we'll let you get back down there to that Can-Am team. I think I see the 1 to go signal heads up, but hopefully you break that top 5 and break up further tonight.
10-4, thank you, guys. I'm getting all Leonard.
Gotta wait till I move you there, Mr. Markheim. Pace car lights are out. Cameron Hearn, our leader. 24 active viewers, I think. I'm trying to keep that up to date over there with Pause on Machine 25. Thank you guys for tuning in here tonight to MaxSpeedTV. If you got that moment to hit the like button, sure do appreciate it. Maybe even subscribe. Loose racing content every Saturday and Sunday here on MaxSpeedTV, except for next Sunday, but we will be back with the K&N Arkham Menard Series cars next Saturday at Charlotte. Our usual start time of 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. No race next week, as we'll be all sitting back and watching some real life NASCAR racing here at Charlotte. So a bunch of Charlotte. Supporter Troops 200 trying to kick off here at lap number 71. Restart. 4 cautions down, I think was the mark. Let's see what old Cameron Hearn does here to restart this race. Back out of it on the loud pedal is the 904. Green flag racing. Scott Patton gets below Jeff Merck there. That's the battle early on. Jeff Merck looking for spot. Let's see if he gets it from Justin Michael. Justin Michael shows the nose to the bottom. Maybe not looking for a quick pass. Is Justin Michael. No, Jeff Merck goes to the top side. Shows the bottom, but shuts the door on exit. Justin Michael's confused. Do you want me to let you by or not? Michael Jeans and Markheim fill out the rest of the top 6 there. Down the back straightaway, looking for some battles here, maybe with the 20 of Tyler Needham. Needham brothers mixing it up back there, top 10 running. 9th, 10th, Tyler and Brandon Needham, and then there's Robert Panic Batiste up under the 99 of Rob Haynes there. Big battle right outside the top 10. Oh, contact. Oh, Kevin Winter was sideways, he saves it. I didn't catch the number who he was battling with. Might have been Troy Turgensen. Kevin Winter is going to have to recover. Let's go view the 78 because there was a little bit of contact with him. He's battling hard in the back. Competitors did point out for the 78 that he was using a lot of tire at the beginning, so maybe Kevin Winter trying to figure out something different. Qualified 4th to start this race, led a couple laps. $98.70, looking for these guys right here. Yep, that was the 98.78 of Kevin Winter that made that contact that sent both those guys reeling towards the back end of the top 15. Now they'll recover going forward. Good on both those guys to keep the speed on them, keep the tires going in the right direction. Under green flag conditions, lap 75 working the field. Looking at lap number 76 as Cameron Hearn comes to take that. Scott Patton on his back bumper, 3-car breakaway at the moment for the top 3. Hearn has just found another level out here. Scott Patton trying to keep pace, as is Jeff Merck and the remainder of the top 10. Let's see if we can't find some battles. How about position number 15, Brandon Dorsett? Looks like Josh Downing on the 958 to the bottom. .958 makes the pass on Dorsett. Position number 15 going to Josh Downing. Started 22nd was the 958. Brandon Dorsett started 20th. Both those guys making some early gains on the first half of this race. See that maybe a battle brewing just right in front of him yet again. Kevin Winter is going back at it with Troy Jurgensen. Makes the pass on the outside. Maybe we caught a little bit of that. I just saw that after we moved Josh Downing and Brandon Dorsett. We'll stay with Kevin Winter maybe. Looks like he's trying to make more moves to the front. Up next is Old Panic in the 14 there. Panic having a decent race himself, 29th to 12th early on. .78 not making full moves here. Looks to be about, there goes the 78 right to the bumper of the 14. 78 shows the bottom. 78's been a little bit aggressive on this run in my opinion, but strong aggressive. It's not too bad at the moment. A little bit of contact. 14 yields, as I don't want none of it, but strong run off of the 14. Here comes the tricky triangle. 14 stays to the high side. And watch the 14's entry into corner number 1. Sometimes there's a mix-up there. Kevin Winter has it, but pushes up to the center of the corner. 14 now is going to have a battle with Troy Jurgensen in the 987. Big battle going on. Troy's up there now. Old Panic probably wants to get out of this whole mess. 78 and the 987 are battling out a little bit, probably too hard. Oh, almost off the wall was the 14. Troy gets out of it. Strong battle here outside the top 10. Panic misses the corner entry right there. Kevin Winter starts to get away. 73 of Jamie Crandall off the speedway. Troy battling to the bottom. Josh Downing, a guy we were viewing right before this, now in the mix. Panic doing the right thing, making it hard for guys to pass. Can't pass for free. Josh Downing now up under the 14. Troy is away. Downing looking to get past in that Air Jordan machine. All right, let's see. Maybe there's some battles going on elsewhere. There is. Look at that top 9. Maybe Bob Eldred. Good car to single out here. They are all mixing it up here in the top 10. Aaron Bennett, Jeff Merck, Bob Eldred, the Needham brothers, Sean Kalis, Rob Haynes, not Sean Kalis. Those paint schemes look almost similar. Who's out there? Thank you, everyone, coming out here tonight, supporting us on MaxSpeedTV, watching Loose Low Dust Racing. Support our Troops 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Leaders are on lap 84, looking to go to lap 85. Bob Eldred under the 60. Tyler Needham and that 21, Brandon Needham, always get them mixed up. Looking now to get under the 60 of Jeff Merck. Rob Haynes behind Brandon Needham at the moment. Merck just falling back with that tire choice of not pitting. So hopefully it doesn't cost them too many positions in this exchange. Kevin Winter is now in our picture, moving up through the field to 78. A lot of these guys have been in the top 10 or battling around the top 10 all night early on. Good race we got going on in this stretch of green flag. Tough battles. Burke's still battling hard on the outside with that 20 car of Tyler Needham. Kevin Winters there mixing it up with Troy Torgensen yet again. Why I don't think we'll ever get away from that battle tonight. Those two cars will be glued to one another. 20 still not making the pass. A little bit difficult for the 20 to get past these guys. Oh, scoots in the middle of the corner. The 20 does a little bit. Pushes Burke up. There's the completed pass. Still battles going on. Look at Josh Downing. All these guys think they're top 10 runners. And they're about to be, depending on how well they make these moves. Josh Downing on the outside of the 14. Old Panic Batiste there. Other guys still trying to move in. Look at Mark Jackson. That three machine really come on strong in the later half of this run. I suppose it's probably the middle of the run right now for the three of Mark Jackson. Who Downing almost pushed the corner entry there to the 14, but Mark Jackson and that Chevrolet Goodwrench is trying to battle strong. All right, kids are a little bit loud there. And get the kids to be quiet. Three Mark Jackson still working behind Josh Downing. Panic on the outside. Jeff Burke's still in front of him. Jeff Burke's pretty much falling all the way back. Greg Mull starting to enter the picture here. Let's go back up front because Cameron Hearn has really taken off. How about it? Cameron Hearn and that 904 Bruzy machine going strong. Haven't seen a fall off on this run yet. Lap 90 around the speedway. Almost 10 to go till we hit the halfway mark. I did not hear anything about an administration yellow, if we were going to use one tonight or not, so I'm unsure if that is a chance. Gift was in here. Hello? Probably getting these messages a little bit late as I have to manually update chat. Got a driver out there you're rooting for, let me know, and if we haven't got to him already, we'll probably put some eyes on him. Got Madden falling a little bit back. Maybe these guys are starting to conserve some tires along with Justin Michael. Michael Jeans and Murder Markheim round out your top five. All right, good run up here for those guys. Let's go see if we can't do some of the battles brewing at the moment. How about position number 8, Rob Haynes? Just behind him, the Needham brothers mixing it up for position once again, 9th and 10th place. Said that a couple times tonight. Brandon Needham and the 21 machine, Tyler Needham and the 20. Rob Haynes does have that beautiful machine there. Usually has a beer brewing company on the front. Not sure what the ETC is. Does have butt kicker on the side panel. That car is really dirty, or maybe it's made to look that way. Mr. D'Amico will have to get in there and get a closer look. Those may be puzzle pieces. $199 of Rob Haynes. Yeah, I believe those are puzzle pieces. It's not a dirty car, never mind. So that might be an autism wearing this car there from $199 of Rob Haynes. Or he may like puzzles. I don't know. He's under fire though from that 20 machine. That is Tyler Needham. Brandon Needham getting the work over from Kevin Winter at the moment. One Needham advancing, one Needham falling. That old 78, that's a car to watch really right there. That guy is moving through the field. If him and Troy Turgerson could play nice, most part, they would do really well moving through the field together because they cannot find a way otherwise to stay away, if that makes any sense. 32 active viewers on my end here. Welcome all if you're just tuning in. Almost to the halfway point of the Support Our Troops 200 Loose Lug Nuts Racing League here on MaxSpeedTV. Got a moment, hit that like button, subscribe if you already haven't. Wondering how to get on into this Loose Lug Nuts action. I don't know how much longer it will be open. Most of the time we accept new invitations on Sunday after this race with the Cup cars. So if you're looking to get involved, obviously find us on the iRacing portal page, Loose Lug Nuts Racing, and check us out on Facebook, Loose Lug Nuts Racing Group. Even fans can get involved in the Facebook page, get all the up-to-date information for sure. Log in there, get signed up. Medlock, cruising on the 199 of Rob Haynes. Welcome, Mr. Medlock. Mr. Haynes is currently 12th at the moment. 904 of Cameron Hearn is really getting reeled in at the moment. Let's switch back up to the front because Justin Michaels hunting him down to 2 tenths, almost 2.5 tenths there. 904 may have showed his hand on the full long run. Justin Michael is an incredibly good tire saver, as is Scott Patton from what I've seen. Unsure about Michael Jeans and Vernon Markheim. I think Markheim's falling a little bit on the field. Davey Hendricks out there rooting on Hearn. Hearn is led, I think, most of the laps here tonight. Maybe Mr. Miko has a graphics on laps led for that leader. Justin Michael has hunted him down for almost 8 tenths of a lead and looking to squeeze him out the rest of the way. Almost back to the rear bumper of the 904. But like I said, that 904 has been strong here tonight. Down to 1 tenth, just below 2 tenths, 1.76. Behind the leader on that last lap was Justin Michael. Let's stick here for a moment to see if this battle brews up. Justin Michael starting to show the nose of the bottom to say, hey, I have the speed. Don't know how difficult Cameron Hearn is going to make it for Justin Michael for the pass. Cameron Hearn has dominated out front that clean air. He may not want to let that go. Sure, Justin Michael is now using a lot of aero to get to the 904's bumper, maybe creating just enough of a space for that air to find some in between those vehicles, between bumper and grill. That dirty air will make it hard to turn through the corners. Justin Michael may be figuring out, finally getting back into the 904. Thought it was going to happen. I'll wait to see if it happens on the leaderboard, but maybe find a battle going on out here. How about it? Kevin Winter, and a heck of a battle, almost contact. Position number 9-10 here for Kevin Winter. Greg Mauld out of the inside. Greg Wall makes that pass on Kevin Winter. So Kevin Winter may be losing tires at the moment, trying to see what's happening with Kevin Winter. Almost 10 o'clock Eastern. We would be normally finishing this race. Going to have to go a little bit extra tonight, but good, solid green flag run. Looking for a green flag pit stop here. Possibly just around the corner for our drivers. Almost kicked one off, but we had a driver enter and get loose in the marbles. Mark Jackson with a move behind that. Let's look at the number 3 machine of Mark Jackson. Trying to pick up some battles out here. Looks like John Held moving through the field himself. Brandon Needham really falling off the mark. Mark Jackson working hard on those tires. Josh Downing just behind those guys, so a lot of drivers still trying to crack the top 10. A lot of them finding the speed and proper tire wear right before we get to some green flag pit stops. Let's see if we can get to it this time. It's bound to happen in the next 10 laps. I would suppose looking at 100% fuel versus 70% fuel. Well, if you're just popping in, Mr. Hendricks, Davey Hendricks, that is, we do thank you. I'm sure Mr. Medlock has a race tomorrow somewhere too. He's going to be broadcasting. I know he's coming up very shortly when we'll be running our own Indy 500 race. Cameron Hearn still leading this race, trying to look for battles throughout the field. First pit stop going on looks to be the 78 of Kevin Winter. I imagine it would be the 60 of Jeff Merck, but he may have stopped already. Yeah, Jeff Merck has already made his stop because he's a lap down. Kevin Winter into his box for tires and fuel for the 78 machine. No pitting from the leaders just yet. Michael Jeans just cracked the top 3 after a pass on Scott Patton as leaderboard states. These guys are making it tough to find those battles, but Mark Jackson probably a good one to look at. John Held, Josh Downing just outside the top 10 as we speak. A lot of times this is where caution pops up, is when we got a mix of guys going into the pits, and it is somewhat of a tricky pit stop, getting down to the bottom, hitting those marbles, and reducing speed. Yep, thank you there, Mr. Medlock. That is correct, I do believe, on that date. Not next Saturday, but the week after. 13 days from now. Indy 500 here on Loose Lugness with Josh Medlock on MaxSpeedTV. Sure, it's actually news for our drivers, so a little bit of a heads-up announcement. Make sure they rewatch this race, right? Get those extra views in there from our drivers. I know a couple of them listen to us live here. Try to gain a little bit of extra information, maybe where guys are on track at the moment. This battle's been shaping up. These are nice, solid battles out here, guys. There's not too exciting. I'm trying to find them out here, but you know, they're like 1-2 battles. You get to one corner, the next corner, it's done with. A lot of give and take out here on this portion of green flag racing. Kevin Winter sent his old teammate to the top of the field pretty quick. Mark Jackson, I think, went up there and scraped the wall. Poor old Mark. He's having trouble getting team speak. No pitting yet, so that was an early pit stop from the 78 of Kevin Winter as we've gone an extra 5 laps here around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Looking for lap 200 here tonight to support our troops 200 with Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Yes, this is Loose Lug Nuts, Mr. Davey Hendricks. I do too, Mr. Medlock. I try to go in and hit that like button. May not say hi all the time, but I try to go and hit that like button for all of us over on MaxSpeedTV. It's help support one another for sure. Let's see, maybe a driver to put the nose on real quick. Let's see, Greg Malt. Maybe you haven't talked about him a lot today. Let's see what he has on the hood. Position number 8 is Greg Malt at the moment. 27th to 8th. Probably one better driver than him with the amount of movement he's done tonight at Charlotte would be Aaron Bennett. But Greg Malt, Miller High Life, Pennzoil on that Ford Mustang. Nice looking 906 out there. A couple Miller High Life fans for sure in Loose Lug Nuts Racing. I think Jeff Gilmore is one of them. Maybe a camera loss, Mr. D'Amico said in my ear. Sean Kayla's off the speedway. I know I mixed him up a couple times with Bob Haynes tonight. So the 909 is off the speedway. He'll be officially a lap down. Not sure what happened with Sean Kalis because he was on the lead lap prior to that disconnection. Speaking of lead lap, 25 cars remain on the lead lap. John Chilcheski, one of those last ones. Jeff Burke, Kevin Winter, and James Nunn, 1 lap down. Wally Tierheimer is 3 laps down there with a modified car. He'll be the last car on track, so about 29 of the 34 cars remain here this evening. Ooh, that is a high number. We've hit that number once before, only once before, so you know those races you gotta bang your head at, Mr. Medlock. It was an enjoyable evening in the booth though. Me, Mr. D'Amico, and I believe it was Bob Wells at the time, had a little bit of a drinking party. Bristol was our worst track, and yeah, it's normally short tracks, but sometimes you gotta let those drivers get to the short tracks, which is what we do with the K&N Art Menard series, the Summer All-Star series on Saturday nights. A mix of short tracks. Got a lot of mile and a halves coming up though, so stay tuned for that. Obviously Charlotte, Pocono, and the works coming up in the next few weeks and over into next month. Driver's still working around the speedway. I was well off my time on what it was. Cameron Hearn has actually given up the lead. Let's go look at our new leader, Justin Michael, the 87 machine. Michael Jeans actually got second, so Cameron Hearn must have gotten out of the throttle at one point. Justin Michael lead it, trying to break through these lap cars. Maybe Cameron Hearn came up on some dirty air of a lap car while we were out viewing the rest of the field. Michael Jeans works under him. 3 strong cars plus Scott Patton. Maybe if he can recuperate that 1 second loss versus Justin Michael Jeans, and Cameron Hearn. But really a three-way race here for the lead, looking for the last half. What was that, Mr. D'Amico? All right, we're going to have a fixed camera here because I agree with Mr. D'Amico. It's been, 60 laps, and usually they allow us to take a water break or a special beverage break at this point. .126 around the speedway. Looking at 127 here. What a run! Even if I do jinx it, Michael Jeans looking for the lead. Michael Jeans says, "I want the next lap to be mine." Through the corner they go. 1-2. Justin Michael, short-lived stint at the lead. Michael Jeans may be the ultimate tire saver. Justin Michael, the champ here. Last winter series with Loose Lug Nuts Racing, win all 3 divisions. But Michael Jeans says, "I want to show you what's up. I want to do one more." Michael Jeans to the lead, I believe. First laps led tonight. .029 and Kerry Cleaver to the wall with the autism awareness on that .029. Kerry Cleaver almost came off the wall and hit a couple of those guys, but he clears down to the bottom. Michael Jeans is to the lead. Justin Michael second. Cameron Hearn continues to fall backwards. Cameron Hearn, I'm really worried about it if we stay green for the rest of the race. That doesn't look well for the 904, who led a lot of laps. He wasn't doing bad at conserving tires either. Just 87 to 08 one-upped him a bit. How about we shout out those sponsors, since I haven't done that in a while. Brucey Racewear USA, your wear, your way. Over the top designs, look your best, look over the top. MaxSpeedTV, Agave Valley Painting, ASN, RaceGear.com. Thank you to all those sponsors that work with us and make Loose Lug Nuts a fun place to run for free. Leaders coming up, lap traffic of the 88 of Kyle Chadwick. Kyle Chadwick back on the speedway, but he is many, many laps down, I think. Or he may have just gone one lap down. I'm still looking for him on the board. Yeah, he just went a lap down. Sorry there, Mr. Chadwick. Position number 17. A little bit of pitting going on. These cars going a lap down. Ray Richer on the pit lane. Josh Downing just getting off pit lane. James Nunn 1 lap down. Bob Eldred 1 lap down. He was a top 10 running car, so I imagine he's pitted. Be looking for these pit to fill up with the leaders momentarily, if that's a positive sign. So green flag pit stops for some of our drivers. It's always a key of Loose Lug Nuts Racing to get these guys to go down pit road under green flag conditions. Always adds that the positive feature of mixes it up. Oh, Cameron Hearn disconnect. Oh boy. 904 off the speedway. Not sure why. That may be a 2-car race now. I'm looking for the 904 on the board. It was a pretty good disconnect. I'm going to keep Mr. D'Amico with a solid cam here. I'm actually going to go back and probably give you a line here of what happened. So I'm saying this back out of what happened. 904 wants to go down pit lane here, but he's up, gets a bump, 2 bumps. Oh boy, he got hammered going down pit road. Maybe miscommunication, but the 78 and 921 gave him an extra push towards pit road. and that's why the 904 ended the night. Stinks for the 904. Leaders are pitting. Michael Jeans looks to be coming down pit road at maybe Justin Michael here as I catch up. Yep. Leaders are pitting. Mr. Cameron Hearn join us. If you said it, that stinks, man. If you got ran over and caution is out. Oh boy, that's going to hurt the leaders that were out here.
How you doing inside there? You feeling okay?
Caution is out. Mr. D'Amico, I'm having trouble finding the caution at the moment. Quick key was not the way. Let's maybe look at the 60 of Jeff Merck. We'll rewind it just a bit. I see a disappear on the 60, but no, it happened right in front of Jeff Merck. There was a car sideways entering pit road. I'm looking for him, Mr. D'Amico. David May, 976, may be the culprit here, as we'll look at the replay. 976 is down there. Oh boy. I don't think it was the 976. He was obviously going a lot slower, but he got sideways. However, look at that. The guy behind him, 958 of Josh Downing. What a hit. Yeah, David May was slowed down. Josh Downing got loose and then tried to get back in the accelerator to go onto the track. However, I don't know. That was going to be a caution either way, either from the 958 or 976. As I said, it probably was going to come out during pit stops. Yeah, Cameron Hearn out there, buddy. I do feel bad for you. Led a lot of laps tonight. Looked good in that Abruzzi racewear machine. Thank you for putting that sponsor on the hood. Both David May and Josh Downing ending their nights. We're going to have to catch up with our leaders here, though, because I think Scott Patton is technically a leader, but there's about 20 cars in front of him that need a wave around from the pace car. That is not going to help people like Justin Michael, Michael Jeans, obviously guys that were leading this race going into that caution. That pit entry is slick. Mr. Todd Kirkwood did figure that out himself. That was besides the point of why he exited the field tonight. I think he got a little bit of a door action there from Mr. Kirkwood back on early in this race. We'll have to see here. I'm not sure who stayed out, who stayed in it. Michael Jean's now the leader. Scott Patton's going to be third. Yeah, I mean, those lap down cars are not going to be happy, but those guys just pitted as the yellow flag came out. Greg Ball fourth, Mark Jackson up to fifth. Got lucky with that call. Rob Haynes with a lot of damage there. Kevin Winter, eighth. He may have some nose damage. Yes, he does. Right there is a piece of Cameron Hearn's rear bumper, I think, on the Budweiser 78. Troy Turgensen coming off. Bob Wells in there. No, I don't get to talk to Bob Wells a lot. 42 machine. Probably going to jinx him. But he's been up in this booth before the 42. Bob Wells, you're holding on here tonight. What's the struggle for the 42 machine?
Well, the dumb driver just drove right past his pit stall and sped in pit road, so dummy had to go back in and probably screwed my track position all up here. Other than that, I was riding, saving fuel. I was going to go one stop. I was set before that caution come out. I was 3 laps away from pitting, and we're going to make it. Saving the right front, Davey in that right front, keeping it good on the car, and
I don't know. Well, I'm one to go anyway. We're going to get back to it, and hopefully we're done playing around pit road because we're not doing too good tonight on that.
Yes, sir. Back to it. We are going to go, so we'll have to see. We'll let you get back down to the teammates. Thanks for coming up and talking with us.
You bet.
Kevin Winter with a DC. Not sure why the old 78 machine disconnected. I know he had some front end damage there. Had a lot of time to work on that machine. Wally Tierheimer finally disconnects. When I say finally, that man drove forever with the modified machine out here. Good solid 80 lap run under green flag. At least close to 80. Probably guessing a little bit high. Michael Jeans with the lead. Gonna lead us off to this next green flag event. Laying back way off that pace car. 08 going forward, green flag. Back to that loud pedal, lap 140 around Charlotte Motor Speedway. Still looking for the lap number 200 on our Support Our Troops 200 Charlotte event. Michael Jeans working strong. Justin Michael back to third. Scott Patton gets into second. All these guys are tire savers. I don't imagine be out of the realm to see the 906 of Greg Ball scoot up towards the lead too. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys, probably all the same team speak. Mark Jackson in fifth. Jeff Merck may be a little bit faster than Mark at the moment. We'll have to see the 360. Normally the same team speak, but like I said, Mark Jackson with a little bit of trouble connecting to that tonight. Rob Haynes working hard there. Let's look at that 199 machine as Jeff Merck makes the pass on the 199 of Rob Haynes, position number 7. Has a couple fans out there tonight. Rob Haynes making no strong moves at the moment. A lot of green flag racing out there. Mr. Kennedy came up on a caution around green flag pit stops again. Pit entry was slick for 2 drivers. Caught some of our leaders on pit road. Pass here, Jeff Merck under the 906 of Greg Ball. Position number 4 battle. Greg Ball hard on the outside. Mark Jackson at the bottom now. Look at that 3 Goodrich machine go. Rob Haynes says, I want to go. Note that is Troy Turgerson making the move below Rob Haynes. Almost 50 to go. Going to be in that mark pretty quickly. Fresh tires, full load of fuel. I believe we can get to the end of this race for our leaders, unless they want some more tires if that caution shows again. Still waiting to see what happens with our top 5, top 10 guys here, spreading out pretty quickly. There was only 18 guys on the lead lap. I would say around 2 cars remaining on the field. A lot of them retired due to pit stop damage, and a couple of them in that last big one. Trey Galgan off the speedway. I believe he was not on the speedway, but connected with John Shulcheski, who is now off the speedway. That is the 81 machine. Michael Jeans leads it. Let's see if we can't see a battle here. Is that Justin Michael falling backwards? Looks to be so. Jeff Merck up to third. Mark Jackson filling the hole, as is Troy Targetson. I really like that driver, I don't like saying his name, obviously, because I've not gotten it right. Hopefully, he'll get up here on TeamSpeak, and we'll find out eventually how to say that name properly. Or he can teach me. So, either way. James Dunn looking to fill the void there. Don't know if James Dunn is on the lead lap, so he's got to run a little bit respectful. He's been battling hard to get on that lead lap. He may be there. I could be wrong. Long quickly is Justin Michael. Obviously, a long run machine. Don't know how much of a long run we have tonight. A lot of things could happen in the later half of this race. There was a 12 incident cap here tonight, so maybe some of those guys found it. I know Wally Tierheimer, John Sholszewski, and Todd Kirkwood both hit that cap. Kerry Cleaver, Kyle Chadwick, and Bob Eldred are the next guys up, getting close to the 12 incident limit. Doesn't take much if you're involved in a big enough wreck. Those hits add up quite tremendously to get close to that 12 incident mark in one big wreck. Thank you everyone for coming out here and tuning. We've had a lot of support out tonight with MaxSpeedTV and Loose Logos Racing. Up and down in that 20 to 30 viewer mark. Sure do appreciate it. Hit the like button, subscribe if you need to. Every little bit helps out there with subscriptions and likes. Gets our videos out there to the public for these leagues and MaxSpeedTV. Actually a pretty decent race. Maybe boring up to the booth. Not complete total action. But still, you know, these drivers sweating in their own game seats and trying to complete a race. 200 laps, probably a decent mark if you're looking for, you know, a replica of a league tournament full of 600. Not too shabby. 400 laps, Mr. Browder? I don't remember that. 400 laps maybe on that Indy race. That was crazy long. Wasn't it, Mr. D'Amico? We were both in the booth for that one too. Boy, oh boy. Talk about a long race. Mr. Medlock has that one this year, like I mentioned before. Mr. Kirkwood says the tires are junk after 40 laps. I would say so. 40 laps is a pretty decent run on any set of tires. A lot of these guys are finding extra movement through their tires. Michael Jean still leads this race by 2/10 over Jeff Merck and Mark Jackson. I'm worried about the 60 machine and the 3. First time we've seen them up here so far this season this far. Maybe not Jeff Merck. He's battled. He started top 5, got up early, but fell back. I'm worried about their tires, how they react to the front runners. They always can succeed, that's for sure. Troy Jorgensen, guy finished 4th last night. Position number 4 right now in front of Scott Patton in 5th. Scott Patton, Justin Michael, all going backwards to save some tires. Michael Jeans, not necessarily saving, but not necessarily using up. Oh, almost contact there between Troy Jorgensen and the 60 of Jeff Merck. Scott Patton out of the inside. Scott Patton going to look for the pass down in turn number 3. Pass is complete. Justin Michael may be falling back a little bit more. Mark Jackson up to 2nd place, 14th to 2nd. We need to see Mark Jackson fall back as far as 20th, I think. So up and down movement for Mark Jackson, but as he stands right now, that 3 Goodwrench machine looking really well. Do a top 10 rundown. James Jackson, Jorgensen, Pat, Merck, Michael, Ball, Haynes, Margheim, and Bob Wells, the 10th, the guy we just talked to, was upset about his own personal pit stop. So Bob Wells finding that top 10. Less than 50 laps to go, 156 around the speedway. Jeff Hardy. I'm not sure Jeff Hardy is on iRacing. Could be right and I could be wrong. Oh, you have closed captions on. Okay, I get it now. I hear you. It's actually quite funny to go back and watch YouTube races with announcers that are talking about live stuff at the very moment. See how the live captioning actually puts it up on the screen, because, like I said, some of the words do not come across the way they print them. Mr. Browder saying, save the right front tire if it's tight. Yeah, that's normally a good offer. A lot of these races are just tight in the fixed setups. If I haven't mentioned, we are a fixed setup league at Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Mark Jackson may be looking for a battle at the lead. Greg Mall passes Scott Patton. .159 now around the speedway. Mark Jackson, who almost hit some of that grass. Asked Dale Jr. how that Michigan grass, just like the Charlotte grass, can do that front spoiler. Mark Jackson showing a lot of nose. I'm worried about him scrubbing those tires a little bit too much. Troy Turgerson, like I said, now up to third. Greg Mull fourth. Scott Patton back to fifth. And this green flag run after our fifth caution. Top six right here, evenly spread, single file action. Looks like the 87 and 921 are thinking about going right now. 40 laps to go at the line. Let's see if we can't get away from the front right here. Look at another battle on the field. These guys are pretty much spread apart. Maybe start at the back and work forward from about position number 18. Last car on the lead lap is the 14 of Robert Matisse. Seen him as high as 11th place tonight. Memory serves well enough from 100 laps ago. Josh Scott, 17th. That 23 Glock machine. Started 30th, up to 17th, not a bad night at all. Position number 16, looking at the 44 of Ray Richer. Almost, I think he did crack the top 10 at one point early on, but now back here running outside the top 15. Trent Drum, Old Ambo, nickname out there for Trent Drum. Always drives that 12XI machine. Easy enough to find. A nice Jeff Burton throwback scheme. Bob Eldred, boy, that guy was at the top 10 all evening until I come to him on a rundown. Bob Eldred, the 38 machine, position number 14 at the moment. Show Tiger on the hood as always. Good representation of his girlfriend's stream there on Twitch. Tyler Needham, 13th at the moment. And that Pennzoil machine, mixing it up all around this evening, inside the top 10, outside the top 10 for the 20 of Tyler Needham. Bob Wells next up in line. Bob Wells in that 42 machine. Hold My Beer on the hood inside. Hold My Beer Racing. Bob Wells probably restarted around the top 10. Looks trying to compete for a finishing position in this area. Brandon Needham just in front of him in 11th. That 21 machine, also another guy that's made top 10 interesting all night to look at. Brandon Needham and the Peak Antifreeze car. So up to 10th place here, John Held, 980. He's racing around this speedway. Started 11th, currently 10th. Steady as she goes. John Held. Markheim, who started 6th, and we've talked to a little bit about tonight. Vernon Markheim, 923. Not a bad run in the top 10. Car on the bottom, that was Kerry Cleaver in the 029. Position number 8, Jeff Merck. We're getting close to the top 5. Jeff Merck in position number 8. 60 machine rolling around, started 5th. Rob Haynes, position number 7 at the moment, with James Nunn right behind him. I believe Mr. Nunn is 2 laps down, been struggling to reach the lead lap since about lap number 5. Rob Haynes looking good in that top 10, position number 7. Mark Jackson falling back to position number 6 at the moment. May have worn off some tires, but got all the way to 2nd place. Troy Torgerson back to 5th. Well, this top 5 action looks pretty good up here as we climb towards it. Troy Torgerson in that 987 machine, doing well. Scott Patton up to 4th, our pole sitter here tonight. Justin Michael making a move now. Up under the 08 of Michael Jeans. Greg Mall to the lead. Justin Michael pushing him. Michael Jeans relinquishes the lead after restarting there around lap number 135. Good move on Greg Mall. Let's see how much he allows Justin Michael to get to the rear bumper as we complete our top 18 rundown of lead lap cars. Car down pit road may have been the 23 of Josh Scott. Greg Ball leading the race. First laps led for Greg Ball tonight. Best to do it at the end of the race. Robert Matisse, 14 Old Panic, up next on the chopping block to go a lap down. It's going to be tricky to pass a lap car coming through the tri-oval into turn number 1. Looks to be the next setup for the 14, 906. Not getting too much pressure from the 87 of Justin Michael. Greg Ball now shows the nose under the 14. 14 stays high. Greg Ball probably didn't get a good runoff on the back straightaway. Ooh, 14 sideways. Oh, 14 goes around. Caution's going to come out. I think the leaders missed it. 14 did a good job of missing the leaders. Boy, I'm not sure what got him sideways. Maybe he just got loose on the back straightaway, pinged the wall, decided to keep it in the wall. Boy, oh boy, that could have been deadly for our leaders. We're panicked there. Just went a lap down, got a little bit sideways, but good sportsmanship on him to wreck his own car fully. Almost went into Greg Mall. May have got a little bit of damage on that 906. But 14 of Robert Panic Matisse destroys it. Gonna probably end Panic's night tonight. I'm going up to our leader real quick. Gonna look around. Yeah, we're going to be looking at the 906 coming out of the replay, though, looking for some damage. They'll be heading to pit road as we end this replay in a moment. Yeah, Greg Mall went in first. Let's see if he gets out that way. I think Justin Michael beat the 906 of Greg Mall out onto the speedway. A lot of guys are going to be very aggressive early on. Only a 25 lap run as it stands right now. Be less than 25 laps to the green flag to get to the 200 mark. I'm sure there is about 2 green-white checkers available this evening if needed. Well, maybe get a final interview in here tonight. We don't talk to the Needhams a lot. I'm going to bring up one of the Needhams. Let's see. The 21 of Brandon Needham, when I find him here. Brandon Needham up here in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Yeah, we don't get to talk to the Needham brothers a lot. Y'all been mixing it up inside the top 10, both of you. But speaking of you and that 21 machine, quick runs may be good for the guys that aren't good on those long runs like the 87, the 906, or the 921. Do you think you can increase your position wealth going towards the end of this race?
Yeah, I believe so. At the first of the run, the car's got so much more grip. But yeah, as the run goes on, for the guys that do push it, they fall right back. And even me myself, I've lost several positions several times.
Well, like I said, top 10 running tonight. I know you want to crack the top 5, maybe get a podium. It's been a while since we've seen a Needham, but even Brandon Needham up there around the podium. So I wish y'all well here to end this race.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, me and my brother enjoy racing up here and hopefully make our name for ourselves in this league and stuff.
Yeah, I mean the Needhams are out here every week for the Cup Series. That's for sure. We do appreciate you coming out each week.
Oh yeah, thank you very much.
All right, well, hopefully, maybe talk to you at the end of the race.
Hope so.
Brandon Needham, brother Tyler Needham on the speedway. Like I said, dedicated drivers right there. Don't hear a lot from them. A little love with an interview. And how about that love to the fans out there? 31 active viewers watching at the moment to end this race tonight. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you need to. Lots of MaxSpeedTV content out there, but we do sure appreciate you coming over, watching Loose Lug Nuts Racing live on MaxSpeedTV every Saturday and Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have next Sunday off, but next Saturday we'll be here at Charlotte with the K&N Arca Menards Series. Up to 33 drivers will be participating in that event. 100 laps. We'll also be at Charlotte on Thursday with the ASN, but different broadcasting network there. Be at Charlotte in the Xfinity machine. So Charlotte week not over yet. This is just start out the week, depending on how you view Sunday. These guys are antsy for sure. Lights are still on in the pace car. And they're doubled up themselves. How about a top 10 rundown for sure? Justin Michael is first. Greg Mall second. Greg Mall had the lead going into the pit stops. Troy Turgensen third. Michael Jeans fourth. Bernard Markheim back up to fifth. Jeff Merck sixth. Mark Jackson seventh. Bob Wells eighth. Brandon Needham ninth. And Trent Drum 10th. Kerry Cleaver loses connection issues with the 029. we'll see what the end of this race has to offer. We'll be back to green flag racing on lap 179. So about 22 laps to go. 22 circuits, that is. You gotta make a pick right now. It's the best time to do it. Who's your pick going into the end of this race? We've had some attritions, we've had some yellow flags, but overall a decent race tonight at Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Pace car is going to be diving off. I'm going to reset chat here as we'll head to that green flag. Got to pause the video. I don't get a staticky mic. 87, green flag. Justin Michael with a huge lead forward. Greg Ball doesn't get down to defend the position. Troy Turgerson going to look for second place. 987, Troy Turgerson to second. Big old battle on the end of the top 10, even top 5 here. Markheim, Mark Jackson trying to make some moves. Contact, Markheim. And the 08 of Michael Jeans. Michael Jeans recovers well enough, but he's going to have to put some pedal down and recover even more. Scott Patton get past those guys that are conserving tires. Oh! Car loose. Car completely loose. Big crash coming. Yellow flag is out. Happened around the 21 of Brandon Needham. Chadwick hits the incident limit. That was the 60 of Jeff Merck, but he got loose and then got re-tagged there. So we'll have to start with the 60 of Jeff Merck. Jeff Merck gets loose in the corner, recovers, gets loose again, but then the 21 can't stay off the rear bumper. Not his fault, the 60 was already loose, but let's see who else got involved. Rob Haynes, both the Needhams involved. Bob Wells barely escapes. John Held barely escapes. Kyle Chadwick hits the incident limit. Trent Drum may have got a piece of it. Yep, kind of figured this may have come here at the end of the race. Fresh tires getting everyone to it. Well, let's look at that cockpit replay of the 20 machine, see what happened from his angle. Oh, tough hits for both Needham brothers. 60 machine, 20 machine in that cockpit. Just could not avoid it on the high side. Was down at the bottom. Scott Patton got out of it. I hope the 921 stayed clean. Boy. 199 of Rob Haynes tried to squeeze the middle. Not too much damage for Rob Haynes, hopefully. But what replays here from Mr. D'Amico. Ronald Klein joining us out here on MaxSpeedTV. Hello, Mr. Ron. I'll see you there. We'll see you in TeamSpeak tonight, buddy, but thanks for joining us here on MaxSpeedTV. Just talked to the Needhams, and Tyler Needham is off the track. End of the race here. Don't like to give interviews. Let them figure it out themselves and don't have to worry about talking to the fans out there. top 10 as it stands right now, because that did happen on the back end of the top 10. Justin Michael, Greg Mall, Troy Turgensen, Werner Markheim, Mark Jackson, top 5. Michael Jeans, 6th. Bob Wells, 7th. John Held, 8th. Trent Drum, 9th. Bob Eldred back up to 10th. I want to look at the 199 of Rob Haynes, because he got a lot of damage. Well, that's a crinkled nose on it, and towards the right rear spoiler of the 199, or left rear, excuse me, of the 199. See another one of those guys involved, maybe. Scott Patton, I think, slowed all the way down. Actually, he's got major nose damage. If we go look at that 921, guys pitting at the last moment here as we go 2 by 2, but looking at the 921 of Scott Patton, major nose damage. That's not going to help aerodynamically and get some air to that grill. Maybe damage on my end, who knows. Let's get up the front. Justin Michael's going to lead us off yet again. Hopefully we can finish this race out under normal conditions. Justin Michael, Greg Mall going to lead us off. Turgensen, Werner Markheim, Mark Jackson, top 5 though. A lot of good race cars, a lot of cars that haven't seen the front yet, now sit inside the top 10. Going to see how the evening ends after some long green flag racing. Attempts at green flag pit stops for the most part. I think we can officially count that one. Last one, green flag pit stop. Justin Michael back to the loud pedal. Here we go, lap 185. Laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway to finish out regular racing of the 200 lap Support Our Troops event this evening. Greg Mall maintains 2nd. Battle back around Trent Drum. Let's go view 8th place. Single file at the front. We'll get back to it. Trent Drum in the middle. Scott Patton down the bottom below John Held. And that 980, Bob Eldred there too. Trent Drum not wanting to give the bottom, the furthest you've seen up all evening. Late. Oh, he goes to the high side. He gives the spot. He was late into that corner. Realizes it goes high. Good maneuver on Trent Drum. Always 3 wide. Bob Eldred, John Held, Trent Drum probably going to back out of it. Rob Haynes still on the back bumper. Trent Drum continues to fall. We'll stay with the 199 there. He's got damage but moving through the field. Now trying to get below John Held in that 980 machine. We're going to make a move on position here. Well, let's get back to the front then, since this battle has waved itself a little bit. Oh, almost contact maybe there between Vernon Markheim and Michael Jeans. Michael Jeans to the bottom. Through the tribal, Mark Jackson all over the back bumper of the 08 machine. Mark Jackson has showed incredible short run speed tonight. We are in that window of short runs. Single file as it maintains through the top 6. Breakaway Bob Wells just outside the top 6. Strong ending tonight so far with the 42 machine before Jinx. Justin Michael maintains that lead. See if Greg Mall can't get him back to him. I think these guys out front with those long run mentalities have finally realized they just have to go. racing hard around Charlotte. Top 10, maybe one battle brewing before we come back for the final few laps of this race. Bob Eldred up under Scott Patton. 38 machine. This is for position number 8. John Held. Oh, no, Scott Patton shuts the door. Scott Patton now going to try to get under Bob Eldred. Bob Eldred left a little window open. Scott Patton used that window. Scott Patton just wants clean air. I don't imagine that, or excuse me, he wants to be behind a car. Clean air would just destroy that front end grille if that damage is what I see it as. He would be able to go nowhere with that flat nose. Rob Haynes looking for, oh, around goes the 921. He collects it. Caution maybe coming out. Yes, it does. Around Scott Patton is where it started, but maybe a bump from John Held entering the corner. Replay coming up. Yep, a small bump from the 980 to the 921. Both those guys probably just mismanaged those corners, but 980 gets around. 921 almost collects it, but the 980 and 921 find each other's doors, and they get sideways in that caution zone. Chopper view here. See what y'all think from this view. All right, back here live on the Speedway. Some guys pitted, some guys didn't. I don't imagine giving up track position this late in the race. Ray Richard gets a lap back. 44 machine will find himself now only one lap down. Scott Patton's going to be one lap down. Go over those 12 guys remaining on the lead lap. Lots of cars were one lap down. A lot of them have retired for the evening, for sure. Attrition battle going on as we marched around the Speedway for almost 200 laps. Oh, Scott Patton hit the mark. That's what it can do. I think that guy was clean most of the evening until that event, the last two events. So Scott Patton in 2 incidents has got 14 incidents total and will be out of the race. Wally Tierheimer, Kyle Chadwick, John Szulczewski, Todd Kirkwood out of the race to DQs. Kerry Cleaver isn't logged in, but Jeff Merck and Bob Eldred still sitting around 8. Clean cars out here tonight so far were Josh Scott, Michael Jeans, Vernon Markheim, Troy Torgensen, James Nunn, Greg Mall, Justin Michael, and Trent Drum, all with 0 X's. Well, anyone want to re-roll these dice here tonight? Re-pick with who's remaining. Scott Patton was one of my 3 picks, I think, to finish out this race, but it's going to be hard to pass Justin Michael. Going to be a mix of tires, too. Both Needham brothers out this evening. I haven't interviewed them in like 8 weeks, and finally do, and I don't get to finish a race. It's unfortunate. Shout out to fans out there watching some Loose Lug Nuts racing here on MaxSpeedTV every Saturday and Sunday night. next Sunday will be off, but we will be here with the K&N All-Star Summer Series with the Arca Menards cars. Those old, I believe they're 07 or 09 Monte Carlos. Lights are out, so that means green flag will be on lap 196. 5 laps will be remaining officially in this race. Down the back straightaway we go under hopefully the final caution of tonight. Real slow ending. Probably predictable, right? Just like to see these cars finish out. Major attrition throughout the field. Solid green flag runs though. This is where it gets tough under these short runs. Everyone trying to get everything. Pace car down. Justin Michael back to the loud pedal. Five laps to go officially tonight in the Support Our Troops 200 here at Loose Lug Nuts Racing. Rob Haynes, man out on the high side. They're mixing it up on the back straightaway. Bob Wells has the bottom. Mark Jackson, the top side. Markheim up to third. Mark Jackson working all over the back bumper of Markheim. Shows nose to the bottom. Markheim maintains position. Bob Wells holding to the inside, but he chooses a different corner entry than I believe what I think it's the right call. Car on the bottom. Bob Eldred with contact. Caution's going to come back out. We're going to be under a green-white checkered. The cars just pile in and behind that. John Held involved. But it started with Bob Eldred, or at least around that. Yeah, John Held here. Slight contact between the 38 and then comes back up and gets nailed by John Held, who was just trying to avoid James Dunn with some damage. John Held with major damage. And then Ray Richer comes in on the last second and piles in. No, well, that wasn't Ray Richer, excuse me. Ray Richer had it slowed down. That'd be the 23 of Josh Scott, who waited a little bit too long to get off the gas pedal. Ray Richer had her slowed down for the most part. Green-white checkered event is going to be coming up. '87 leading us. One of two attempts at green-white checkered officially going to be out there. Last time we were here at Charlotte in the Cup Series during the Loose Lug Nuts Winter Series, brought to you by Bruzy Racewear USA. Your way, your way. We had 3 green-white checkers and we used them all. Hopefully not going to have to do that. Don't want too much overtime racing as we are getting close to 11 o'clock Eastern. Thank goodness my kids don't have any school going on right now. I have to put them to bed pretty late on a Sunday evening, as is a lot of people out there, maybe, if you got kids. Hope everyone's doing well watching this under, I guess, quarantine as we start to hopefully reopen the country. A lot of people like me staying inside, staying home, minimal grocery shopping when you can, that type of deal. It's pretty boring life right now in old America and probably the rest of the world too. A lot of pain and suffering out there. Make sure y'all are just prepared. Don't overconsume on that toilet paper either. A lot of people do need it. Lap 200 officially around the speedway, but we are going to have green, white, checkered, so that is not going to be the end of the race tonight. I don't know if it's just me, or maybe it's just an assumption of what we've seen recently at Loose Lug Nuts Racing, but with the implementation of green, white, checkered, it seems like we get to that event quite a lot. A lot of times before, sometimes even before GWCs were available, you had to, run the final 4 laps under caution, and there'd be a 1-lap dash to green. I don't know if that's any different than a GWC would have been in that position, but I don't know, good or bad, what's y'all's opinion out there if you do have an opinion on the green, white, checkered and iRacing? Old Elliott Sadler's connecting, by the way. Got to see him last night before he got wrecked out. Elliott Sadler just tuning it into some Loose Lug Nuts Racing, watching probably if the 08 was still on the field, but probably just watching all together to see how this ends. 200 lap event. Who's excited for some North Wilkesboro? I know the league is. A lot of guys itching to get that 87 Monte Carlo and 87 Ford Thunderbird. Wonder if they're going to come out with the Pontiac Grand Prix. I think that was the third manufacturer at that time. Should be fun. See what setups we got for those old machines. At least we got North Wilkesboro Speedway. I imagine we'll have some K&N action. Maybe try to fit it into the schedule for sure. Maybe around that July time frame as it comes out in early June. Do some testing, do some fun races. Pace car down, first step at green, white, checker. There goes Justin Michael.
Green, green, green.
Back green flag racing. Got to get 1 lap and officially at the line for the leader. Not too many cars on the speedway. See how well they do. See how much position they do push. Justin Michael has that lead. Greg Mall on the outside of Bob Wells back there. Still keeping our eye on the leader. Troy Turgerson making a move maybe to the outside. Justin Michael keeps him high. Markheim under pressure from Mark Jackson. Turgerson gets to the bottom. Markheim may have the nose under Turgerson. There goes Markheim looking for second. White flag is out. Final lap here tonight at Loose Lug Nuts. Markheim hard in the corner. Turgerson may have to run off for second. Markheim big pressure from behind. Justin Michael with the lead. Tough racing crossover there from Mark Jackson. Greg Mall into the wall is Greg Mall. He won't finish under his own power. Justin Michael takes the win, and Vernon Markheim gets third. Troy Turgerson second. Mark Jackson officially 4th. Bob Wells 5th, but crashed. Rob Haynes is 6th across the line. Trent Drum 7th. James Nunn works himself back to the lead lap. Crashes though, but finishes 8th. Michael Jeans 9th. And Greg Mall 10th. Buick Oldsmobile, there you go, Todd Kirkwood, maybe so. So, exciting finish here tonight. Top 10 guys finish on the lead lap there. Let's get our interviews ready. Hopefully, Troy Turgensen, if you're out there listening, hop on TeamSpeak, get that interview. Oh, he's already here. How about that? I just totally missed them all race. Got to figure out where these guys are at. All right, let's go ahead and get with our leader this evening, Justin Michael. Turning it up high. That 87 machine and team has clicked off some wins lately. 200 lap event. Support our troops 200 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Congrats on your win, buddy.
Thanks, Jeff. It was a long race, let me tell you. 800 miles in total for me today because I did the Indy 500 too, so and won that. Oof. So it's a really good day, and I'm tired now, and my arms hurt.
Yeah, that's a lot of positioning your hands on the wheels, and I imagine you work with a shifter, and it's just one of those things. It's like doing the old Tony Stewart. You did a 500-mile race at Indianapolis. You said you won that. Congrats. And then a semi, Coca-Cola 600 here this evening. So a lot of laps, 2 wins. Justin, tell the people out there what got you the lead, because you didn't always have the lead.
Yeah, we just hung back and tried to save tires there, in the long runs. And I think the fuel run was about 70 laps, and I don't know, halfway through that we were able to move to the front, and Jeans was even better than us in the long run, so he was able to get past us that one really, really long run. And I don't know, it just things kind of turned chaotic there with all the yellows and stuff, and most of the teammates got taken out. We were running 1, 2, 3, 4 at one point, so we were hoping to finish that way and bring home a really good finish for our team.
Yeah, Bandit Motorsports almost did it. Had a lot of guys up there, top 10 all evening, so congrats to your teammates. Working through adversity, I think the scariest time there for the 87 is seeing the caution fly as you're in the middle of a pit stop.
Yeah, that was real scary. I was on the radio with Jeans because we pitted at the exact same time. Actually, I almost hit him going into pit road, but and I heard the caution came out. I was like, "Hey, are we screwed?" But we got out in front of Greg there. Luckily, I know he came flying around trying to put us a lap down, so I don't blame him. I would have did the same.
All right, Justin. Well, exciting finish, exciting race for you here at the Support Our Troops 200. Go ahead and thank those people that you need to.
Yeah, it's everybody out there watching. Hopefully it was a good show for everybody. We got some long green flag runs, and we're really happy about that. And my friend Darren's out there watching as always. We really appreciate that. And you guys really call a good race. And Don always puts it on a good leg, and hopefully we'll do some more racing here soon.
All right, Justin. Yeah, we got 2 more races. We got Xfinity on Thursday and the K&N Arkham Menards series that you finally finished in on Saturday.
All checkers or records on Saturday.
Yeah, checkers or records for the 87 for sure. Well, thank you for coming up for the interview, Justin, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Jeff.
All right, second place, and I'm going to say his name first, and then he's going to correct me. Troy Torgensen. Now, I know I said that wrong. Correct me, Troy.
Everything but the N. It's Torgerson. T-O-R-G.
Torgerson. I'll get it right eventually. Man? Yeah, I mean, first time I get to talk to you. Finished well last night, the K&N machine. First time I got to see a race. So, back-to-back finishes. Finally get up to the podium. Fighting for the lead at some points. Kevin Winter and you put on a heck of a show in the middle of the race, too. I mean, heck of a show for you finishing second.
Yeah, we had a good run tonight. The car handled real good. It was a little bit too many cautions, but that happens in races, and we kept it clean, and we were able to keep the tires on it, and we're there at the end.
Yeah, you did. And now I'd like to ask at least one question of all our drivers for interviews, and one I seem to ask a lot lately. is what was the hardest part of the race for you? Maybe short runs, long runs, that pit stop. Every time it looks like we went to pit under green flag, some driver would get loose on pit entry.
Yeah, I didn't have any problems in the pits or in and out. Like the green flag stop, that was pretty good. I guess where I was lacking a little bit tonight was on the restarts there. Everybody was, fresh tires, and it was just very aggressive driving there at the start. And I was trying to save some tires in case we got a long run, and lost a few spots on most of the starts and was able to get them back towards the middle of the run. And we had a good run. I'm glad to be here at Lugnuts here, and like I said, I just joined up last week and had a good run last night, and then another top 5 tonight, so it was good.
All right, Troy. Well, as always, I know you got some sponsors on that hood or people you'd like to thank for tuning in. Who do you got out there?
Well, we got Team USA on the car here, Red, White, and Blue Scheme, based in Colorado, so that's where Team USA is at. Over there at Mike Watts over at Magic Mike's paint shop. He put the paint on the car here and absolutely love it. He paints all my cars. Stop by and give him a shout out. If you do, it's Mike Watts. He'll take care of you, man. I know he will.
All right, Troy. Well, thanks for those shout outs. I'm sure those guys will appreciate it, and maybe see you sometime next week as we end up in Charlotte on Thursday and also Charlotte on Saturday.
It's a Charlotte type of week, isn't it?
Yes, sir, it is. Hopefully we'll see you next week, buddy. We'll talk to you then.
Thanks for the broadcast, man. Take care of yourself.
That was Troy Turgerson. I think I said that right. All right, on to Vernon Margenheim. The 923 machine finding third place. We talked about looking on the outside in all evening with you when we interviewed you, but you finally found it at the end. You survived the melee of the last 50 laps and ran well during the first 150. Tell us about your evening.
Well, the Haley Manufacturing IndianaDiesel.com Chevrolet was fast tonight, but first off, that 906 Greg Mull, I was pushing up on that last corner, turn 4, and I think I made a little bit of contact with him. That boy's fast. I didn't mean to make contact with him, and I kind of apologize for that one, but we just kind of hung out. My Can-Am teammate, Troy, he took second. We just kind of picked our way through the front, saved our tires as much as we could. At the very end there, we kind of got stuck a lap down on that green flag pit stop, and so we had to make a decision how we were going to do this. So it just worked out where he got the wave around or the pass, whatever, and I got the wave around, and here we are. It was a clean race for the most part, and oh man, that Michael character, he's fast.
Yeah, Justin Michael seems the guy to the beat when he's on his number, that's for sure. Obviously can learn a lot from guys running around you, but you seem to be doing well. 2 out of 3 successful weeks in a row for you, Vern. Let's talk about the positive nature of that, because going forward in the summer series, looking as a league, I'm sure that it's a positive outcome going forward for you and your team, Can-Am team you mentioned. Any shout-outs you want to give before we let you go?
Oh boy, happy Mother's Day to everybody, all the mothers out there during this time. I kind of wish you guys the best. Stay with your family, be around them as much as you can, especially right now. Hug your mothers, and thanks a lot for IndianaDiesel.com. Haley Manufacturing out of Washington State for coming on board this year. Their automated lines for fruit packing warehouses and much, much more. If you guys are needing something like that, let them know. Indiana Diesel, they build diesel engines. Look them up, IndianaDiesel.com on YouTube and on the net. And I want to thank you guys for announcing the race, and I'll get them next time.
All right, Vern, thank you for that. We'll see you next week, buddy. All right, final shout-outs to the fans here tonight. Got above that 30 active viewer mark. Do like to see that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, hitting the like button, subscribing when you could. Really do appreciate the views, getting out there for our sponsors, our broadcaster, and the league. Shout out to those sponsors of Brucey Raceware USA. Your way. Go check them out on Facebook and on the internet. Good sim racing gloves, good boots. Entering the competition seats shortly. Lots of team shirts you can get done. All about customization at a Brucey Raceware. racegear.com, MaxSpeedTV, ASN, Agave Valley Painting, and Over the Top Designs. Look your best, look over the top for those iRacing paints. Go check those guys out on Facebook. Painters John Hedrick and Kevin Winter. Well, final thoughts of the night. 200 laps. Support our troops. Great race. A little bit slow ending, but we'll get back at it next Thursday and Saturday. ASN MaxSpeedTV live back here on MaxSpeedTV next Saturday. Loose Lug Nuts Racing K&N All-Star Summer Series, 100 laps at Charlotte. Until then, everyone, stay safe.